Hey everybody, it's Brandie Posey, the owner of Burn This Records, and welcome to another episode of Burn This Podcast. You're hearing from me, which means we have another amazing album out and available right now. It's from Valenzuela. The album is called Murderpuss. It's available everywhere this Friday, out for pre-sale right now. Anna is one of my really good friends in comedy. She was also my roommate during the pandemic, so you're going to hear some crazy stories about when we lived together. She knows our mascots very well. And you're going to love my hang with Anna. And you're going to love her album even more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn.
This podcast.
That was my goal for today, is to go home and cut a super cut of me taking my Invisaligns out.
Ooh, okay. Well, you know what?
We're
rolling now. So if you want to,
Hi.
take them in, take them out, take them in, take them out, whatever.
My name is Anna Valenzuela. I am the spokeswoman for Invisalign.
Right.
Not as tight today.
No.
Drooly.
Oh, these are the new ones.
These are the new ones. I got these right after the Lady.
Yeah.
And they hurt so bad. Ooh. I was like, when they put them in like a virgin played, it was, wow.
Oh.
It was, woo, that was a rough couple of days. I don't know why I let them get so loose. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But they were laughing at me. They were like, you're not wearing your teeth enough.
Well, what a sentence to hear about yourself.
I call it
so
my
sorry.
teeth. I walk around always going, where are my teeth? I lost my teeth. Remember when I was vaping and I was like, where's my vape?
Yeah.
Where's my phone?
And you keep them in the same space. Your vape and
my
your
vape, my
teeth
phone,
go in your tits.
all in my tits.
They're
with my
nature's
teeth.
wallet.
They are nature's. We're just gonna put it right there. Nature's wallet.
Do you
That's
think
right.
if
That's
you're
where you.
a kangaroo, your pouch would be full of vapes and teeth.
It would be full of vapes and teeth. Vapes, teeth.
A kangaroo looks like they would vape too, right?
A kangaroo is actively vaping right now. There's no way.
The fucking hulking out.
They're hulking. They're like, listen, I can't be doing nicotine because I got to worry about my gains and my macros. And they are just vaping away.
My macros.
My macros? Oh no, my macros.
How would an Australian say macros? No.
Macros. There's a few famous influencers, bodybuilding influencers who do that. Who I don't know if they've ever said macros.
Oh, because they know. They know not
probably
to say
know. Macro. They probably say the full thing, which I don't even know what all of macros stand, like macronutrients.
Macronutrients is probably the full word.
Whatever. All I know is I'm not eating enough protein all the time.
None of us are, right? We're not drinking enough water. We're not eating enough protein.
No. You should be.
Yet we're still alive.
You should, yes, somehow.
Barely.
Yeah, the food system, not great.
Yeah.
Not great.
In the United States, you don't say.
You don't say. The country that brought to you McDonald's.
Yeah.
Apparently the macros of a double cheeseburger are good.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's all wheat gluten. That is the protein that's in that
really?
kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can't have I can't eat a lot of things. I can't eat Taco Bell because it's mostly wheat gluten, and I also can't eat. Man, this is a great podcast.
No, it's good. This is the part where I haven't started this segment on the Burn This podcast yet, where I get into the allergies,
the food allergies
of the people on the label. But we start with you. Let's start.
We should start with my. Oh, I just spit all over you.
No, it's fine.
I don't even know how my mouth
teeth are in
works.
your tits. You can't help it.
You can't. I'm drooling. I'm a wet mouth woman. That has never gotten unfun. Thanks, Jordan, for that tag. No, I can't eat wheat gluten. I'm a delight. You know what I mean? It is a actual nightmare to take me on a date, because what I do is I go, we have to meet somewhere where gluten isn't.
Yeah.
And I'm not like celiac. I can be in the presence of gluten. I won't I won't die if it's on the same plate, or like I just can't eat like I peel the bun off of a hot dog like a banana.
Yeah, you're not like a gluten vampire. Like sunlight or holy water.
Holy water will not kill me. No.
Yeah.
But it will make me shit weird.
Yeah.
Which is, again, this is how you make a comedian. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're like, do you have weird gas problems? Yeah. Are you okay? And the answer is no. None of us are.
Name a comedian with good bowel movements, and I'll tell you, they're not funny.
You know what? I think you're not wrong.
Yeah. Now you just ran a Rolodex in your head. I saw you just run through the poop schedules of everybody that we both know, and you were like, "Oh man, yeah, no, diarrhea, IBS,
yeah,
constipated. Okay,
yeah,
got it. Ooh,
even people
vegan. That means diarrhea.
That also means diarrhea.
Yeah,
that's just diarrhea on a schedule.
Yeah,
that's oh, I ate something. And that's it. That's like literally
that is the sound too.
Exactly. That's how vegan shit. I don't know if you know this.
Yes.
Anyway,
yeah, you think it's a bird call, but it's actually a vegan shit.
Oh, is that your asshole? Was it?
Yeah.
Wow. What a patriotic butt. Because for a while it was like you couldn't be buff.
Yeah.
And funny at the same time.
Yeah.
And we don't want to besmirch the names of certain extremely buff comedians. You know what's weird is in comedy you can be a pedophile and nobody will say anything, but you get buff, you get too buff, people are gonna
people are gonna be so mad.
And now you can tell if you cross-reference that information with like dating suspiciously younger women and getting really buff out of the blue. You can really Venn diagram into who we're talking about.
And sometimes a Venn diagram is a lollipop that he's given his girlfriend.
I've been trying to better myself this 21 years. Still getting used to saying I almost said 20. I've been trying to better myself this whole time, on and off for 21 years. I've been going to community college. Thank you. I haven't graduated. I mean, but I like the clapter. That's nice. Thank you. I've been going to community college, and I do have to graduate this year. It's got to happen. I gotta get this album out, then I gotta graduate. Because I gotta tell you, I'm 41, and I'm getting older. And my classmates are staying the same age. And it's not all right. I can't be talking to 19-year-olds in this economy. Ew. Yeah, what am I, Chris D'Elia? Ew. So weird. I do like that they let me park where the teachers park, though. That's nice. I'm older than them, too. It's weird. I was in class. They make you talk to your classmates because they want them to have social skills, right? They don't. And we were doing a group project. We were doing the Myers-Briggs test. Yeah. Yeah, so you guys are familiar with Christian astrology. Yeah, that hit hard. Are there Mormons here? What's going on? How's it going? Let's all talk about our IMDb's afterwards. So we're taking the Myers-Briggs test, and this child, a person that nothing bad has ever happened to, just fresh out the box, not a wrinkle, not a gray hair. Okay. He goes, "Ma'am?" And I was like, it's hurtful but accurate. I have a celebrity and I don't know who it is. So they give you a celebrity to kind of match your profile. And I said, okay, tell me who the celebrity is. And he says, who is Kurt Cobain? Oh, my back hurts just thinking about it. Who is Kurt Cobain? And I gotta listen, I'm not one of those elder millennials. I was born in 82. What's up? Yeah. I'm not one of those millennials who wants to like flex on the Gen Zs. You know, like, these kids don't know anything. You don't know the lyrics to Snoop Dogg. I was hit with a belt. Yeah, I don't want to be that asshole. They're right, okay? They taught me about consent, okay? I'll let that one sink in. That's a laugh that tells me a lot of you guys are going to take that joke to therapy this week. No one told us. The children do have to teach us things. Yeah, so I say to him, young man, Because if you're going to man me, I'm going to young man you, you little fuck. The young man, Kurt Cobain, was the lead singer of a band called Nirvana. And he said, you mean like the t-shirts? Have any of you ever felt yourself grow a gray pube in real time? It's like the opposite of an orgasm. It's horrible. It's collagen leaving your body. I was like, my hip broke. It was awful. Since recording the album that nearly broke my soul, you can't break my soul. I was like, I flew too close to the sun on that one. You know, I said this out loud last night. I was like, I should have waited 6 more months is what I'm learning from this entire experience. Even though I feel like I had waited so long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I waited so long. But I'm also glad I didn't get it done right before the pandemic because I don't feel like I had the chops or the complete story.
Yeah.
I had to get that
more.
hysterectomy. That had to go. We had to eat that ute.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for those listening to the album. The album Murderpuss, by the way.
Murderpuss.
You will have heard that in the intro. You hear it in the outro. We're just going to keep saying Murderpuss because it's a great word. You invented it, I think.
Yeah. Well, actually, Murder by Death. I said I was thinking of calling it Murderpuss, and when I had met Adam from Murder by Death with our friend Madelana Martin, and he said they just all went, "That's a great album title," and then like the whole band confirmed. Everybody standing there was like, "That's a good album title," and that's how it became that.
Yeah, perfect. If Murder by Death tells you that you have a good name for something, that's just it.
It says murder in it.
Yeah.
Then it's Murderpuss. That's it. Well, and also too, it is obviously a play on words because I do have a lot of jokes about some wild dating experiences. The track where I don't actually say the title is very funny. It's but that's the title of the track. But it is so like a lot of wild things happen. A lot of like true stories that like become, because I don't want to. Who's that comic who's like it's emotionally true? That fool on Netflix.
Hassan
Minhaj. Yeah. And I meant fool in the Los Angeles Chicano way.
Yes,
that wasn't like, I wasn't making fun of you, sir. If you happen to listen to this.
A term of endearment.
It's a lot of it's like stuff that happened either before or during me starting stand-up. And then, of course, what we do is we take it to stage and then we make it more fun.
Yeah.
We make it more fun. We exaggerate the story. We are professional. Whose man's is this?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was a dating thing and that I couldn't believe. And I was leaving therapy one day talking about it with my therapist way before I started stand-up. And one of the therapists at the free clinic in Long Beach, because we're doing great, guys. He says, I don't know what you two are doing in there, but it doesn't feel like therapy because you're laughing through the walls. Yeah. It was like, it's always been my coping mechanism.
Yeah.
But, so it is obviously a reference to my curse lady parts, but also sourpuss, I don't believe is a dirty word. I think that's a word for having a sad face.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I've always heard that.
Yeah. So it's not inherently X-rated. I wouldn't play it for your grandma.
No.
I'd play it for my grandma.
Yeah.
Because my grandma, she parties.
It depends on the grandma, I think. If your grandma has tattooed makeup, I think she gonna love this
Does
album.
your grandma have one of those Virginia Slims specialty cigarette cases?
Then she gonna love Murderpuss.
Then she gonna, if you, God, there is nothing a comedian loves more than
doing Jeff Foxworthy.
a Jeff Foxworthy impression, like a redneck. If your mom's been married more times than she has fingers, you might love Murderpuss. I feel like, I feel like these are all things. Like, if you have a rehab punch card, you might like Murderpuss.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's a fun title, but I didn't realize I was up in Seattle recently visiting my nicest family members.
Not a tattoo in sight, sweethearts.
Not a tattoo. These are all good humans.
Nope. They have nubs for punch cards. Nubs for marriage counts. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
They sent me back with a stack of 2025 charity calendars.
I know.
The kind of calendars you get from donating the money.
I'm using several of them
Yes.
every year right now.
They're actually a big part of the Burn This production is is hacked up Anne Florence.
Yeah.
Calendars.
Yeah, shout out to Anne Florence.
Thank you.
Actively do help a lot.
So my like really nice uncle was like, so your title's called Murderpussy? And I was like, no, it's so much worse if you call it Murderpussy.
Yeah, don't say those words.
I was like, oh, look at, man, you're making it weird.
Yeah.
I love you, but don't say it like that. You can't say it like that. So I realized I had to get a mock-up of it, of the album cover that is like extra nice for my fam. So they can have one, they can show people the album cover that's not wild.
Yeah. And I like that. I like a super clean, just like, this is for like the sweet people calendar, or this is like for the sweet people album, and then this is like for everybody else in my life.
Yes. The branding on Facebook is the nice, because that's where all the boomers are hanging out. That's where all the family members are.
That's the nice.
So,
that's a good way. Do you remember like that meme a couple years ago where it was like, this is like the LinkedIn version of me, the Facebook version of me, the Twitter and the Instagram version of me.
Yeah.
And I guess like now the TikTok version of me. It's like all the different pictures.
The TikTok version of you is just your butthole.
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
It's just like your whole butthole. I don't know, man. I feel like my TikTok, just when I think my TikTok is the perfect amount of unhinged, like I think, do you have like a favorite TikTok that you can just like watch 1,000 times?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, it's this account called like Darcy and Jer.
Okay.
And it says like older gay Canadian couple.
Love it.
And you actually, I keep meaning to send the one to you. There's this, Darcy is like, he has massive ADHD.
Yeah.
And he bought a breaker skeleton, which is like the coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
Costco.
I didn't realize that's the name of it. I was
called a groundbreaker
in Costco the other day. I should have. I should have just taken a bunch of pictures. I should have stolen one somehow. I don't know how. I'd put it next to my teeth and my boobs is what I would do. Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get anything out of Costco. You can't steal from Costco because it got that front gate. It's hard. It's
really difficult. And you've got that one guy with the highlighter.
Yeah.
I mean,
you shall not pass.
U.S. government, take note.
Yes.
All you need at the border is a guy with a highlighter,
Just a highlighter.
And everybody will fall in line. We all know about Costco.
Yeah.
We all...
And frankly, I don't want to
They have Costco internationally.
I don't want to steal from Costco.
No.
I'm stealing a lot in my 40s. I've just started. I don't care.
I wish I could.
I know,
I tell people all the time, I'm like, well, it's between you, Home Depot, and God. I can't.
Yeah.
It's not. It's I will not judge. I wish I could, but I will drink and fight a bear.
Yeah, never did my whole life, but in the last few years, especially with the number of just like horrible crimes committed by billionaires that have been coming out, I keep being like, well, this company is owned by a pedophile monster. I don't pay for coffee anymore.
Yeah, baby. Yo, I love that crime rates have gone down across the board. Like murder rates have gone down across the board. And everybody's like, we got to protect ourselves from murder crimes. You got to protect yourselves from 12-foot skeleton ladies. Those are the ladies who they have no God.
Yeah.
They respect only the skeleton and the skeleton alone.
Feels good. But but Darcy has like a 12.
Darcy, yes.
He has a.
I'm giving you ADHD actively.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He bought a groundbreaker, and like him showing it to his husband, who didn't think that he was gonna. He also got a Costco membership to buy it, so he was presented with that and a Costco membership out of nowhere. We thought he was just running an errand. Was just like a very ADHD like hat on a hat. It's like a real sweet moment.
Poor Brandie. Okay, so I feel of course very close to the concept of Burn This Records, because I don't even think I was in a bra and you were yelling about the industry, and I said, you should start a record label, and you were like, that's part of the plan of my 40s.
I know.
Not now.
How many times I tell you I was like, I refuse to, I will not start a label until I am 40.
Yes.
I cannot do this until I am 40. I need to wait.
I need to wait. Why is the universe like that? And then so she's like, I need to wait. And then is also closing every cabinet in the house because I made 1 cup of coffee. I just live in here. But I love what you've done with the room.
Oh, thank you.
I also can't believe I got all of my person and a cat in this room.
Can you believe it?
The home office of Burn This Records probably still smells like my farts. But Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. My favorite little TikTok is this is, and again, you like a narrative hat on a hat. It's a lady pulling up to a dentist's office whose logo is a tooth playing a saxophone with a fedora on. And it's also a neon sign. And she just says, "Oh no, this tooth's too jazzy." And that's the whole video. "This tooth's too jazzy." And I watched it 3,000 times. I hope it still exists. I don't know if I downloaded it. I should.
I love that. That's amazing.
"This tooth's too jazzy." I celebrated yesterday. Not even 24 hours ago, I celebrated 21 years clean and sober. Yeah! Thank you! Damn! Thank you! Wow! I'm gonna tell my sponsor you all lost your minds. That's amazing. Yeah, 21 years clean and sober, and again, I'm only 41 years old. Woo-hoo! Yeah. So that means when a lot of you were reading Harry Potter, I was dropping acid and being Harry Potter. That's crazy. You would think after all this time, I've done hella therapy. I've taken all the Zoloft, okay? You would think, oh man, I meditate, I pray, I do all the things. You think after all this time that I would have some sort of chill or like be... I don't know, serene or something. Guys, I'm crazy as hell. I'm so crazy I went skydiving on a Groupon. Yeah, anyone take their life in their own hands for $25 off before? Yeah, that's crazy. You know who hates that joke, by the way? My ex-boyfriend, he hates that joke. Because I made his dumbass jump first. I was like... Get out of the crop duster. I've done everything. And when I say sober, hear me out. I'm not talking about Denver sober, all right? I'm not doing mushrooms on the low, okay? I see you guys. I wish I could. I would if I could, but I can't. And I've been raw dogging reality since I was 20 years old. Just staring, just naked-eyed into the truth. And I don't know, man. I've done all the things you should do drunk, sober. Like, I've had one-night stands, sober. Yeah, you should laugh harder at that. That's weird. That is weird. I know it's weird because here's why. Because it's kind of, I imagine it's like what any other one night stand is like, except for I'm going to remember what your super weird balls look like for the rest of my life. Just stuck in there, replacing information I need. Yeah, you think we like playing with balls? We don't. We're just doing experiments. We're trying to figure out what they are. Like, am I crazy or do balls just look like a lava lamp trapped in a man's body? Is that dumb?
My TikTok, it still is in like a weird QVC phase of like, it keeps just showing me people that are like, let me just show you this new face mask.
Walk, don't run. I want to make a bunch of videos to promote the album where it's me running up to the camera going, walk, don't run. And all the like influencer things like to say to get the album, but also in a really crazy way.
I like
so
that.
like I might have to borrow the machete. Yeah. Is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. I have a rusty machete for those that don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, just normal.
Absolutely.
Just say, like we're just like normal girls. Yeah, we're just like normal, like totally normal, chill, just like the chillest girls.
I love that. I think that would be great. I think like if we could get a little bit more. The album cover is amazing. Shout out to Ray Mystic, our friend.
They crushed.
They crushed this amazing album cover. Let's get some of that fake blood. We can do like a little.
I still have some left.
Just do like the beginning of a face mask. And then be like the before and after.
The before and after.
Yeah, I think that's a nice infomercial.
Walk, don't run to get my album.
Yeah. I love that.
Ladies, yes.
Absolutely.
Some people have seen Korean skincare. What have I showed you? Peeling your whole face off. I didn't realize I was a horror comic until now.
Yeah.
But we had talked about this. The album itself has a real body horror quality to it.
Yeah.
And I didn't even clock it until I was like, yeah, of course I need to be covered in blood for my album cover. This feels normal to me.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I recorded Opinion Cave, my first album, I putting the hour together and then being like, oh, this album has like a body count to it. There's so many people die in the course of my jokes.
It's like, tell me you have a dead parent without telling me you have a dead parent. How many dead people are on your first album?
Yeah,
How much death do you have to deal with on your debut album?
Yeah, truly. That's real though.
I know, right? Like, because to me, it's just like, yeah, this is life. People die.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to change a piss bag once. Like, there's like
Exactly. Let the truth set you free.
Exactly. Just stare into it. Stop acting like life isn't just viscera. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, life is not a chicken nugget. It's a rotisserie chicken you got for $5 from the Costco, because if you don't get it, you're a cuck. You've got to get that chicken. It's their lost leader. You take that chicken home while it's still hot. You wash your hands thoroughly. You sing "It's the End of the World as You Know It." Then you just rip into that chicken with your bare hands, and then you coat it in some sort of sauce, because Brandie can't handle chicken visceras.
No, you just got to give it a little bit of garlic sauce of some kind. Something.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
put a little sauce,
Yeah.
and then you have shredded chicken.
Yeah.
Let's get it as far away from the bones as possible. And I tell you, I have another roommate who can't handle just the insides of chickens, because
Really?
we had her dog ate a squirrel. Came in the house like a cartoon. This dog looks like it was assembled by Far Side. This dog is just like, it kind of has the vibe of the Quetzal from Coco.
Uh-huh.
It has like that vibe, right?
Okay.
So the dog is like dingusy. Its eyes are just like open,
Yeah.
tongue hanging out. Comes in with like a full squirrel tail hanging out of its mouth, and then throws up the squirrel
Damn.
on the person's bed or floor or something.
That sucks.
And so I know, right? I was like, oh no, the squirrel still won.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah.
she can't eat chicken anymore. And because apparently it looked like chicken. That's just a theme. That's a consistent theme. I have to live with an animal that pees where it shouldn't.
Yep.
And also a roommate that is like, please keep chickens and eggs away from me at all times. The other one doesn't like eggs, so it's we're just living.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm telling all your secrets.
No, it's fine. I'm pretty
Edit
open.
it out.
No. I'm open about the egg thing. I'm open about the eggs. I'm also open. I'm an open book. I'm open about the chicken. I'm open about the eggs. Don't fuck with poultry. I'll eat it.
What if we just turned into a Marin and we're like, are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Just for like 80 hours. Just
Yeah.
like, are we good? Are we good? Are we good?
I've been trying a couple of times. I've been trying to call the listeners what up burners, but then I don't want to accuse them of being Burning Man fans because I don't know.
It is Burning Man this weekend.
I know it's happening currently.
Yeah, right now a bunch of Gen Xers are getting UTIs.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, shout out to Moshe Kasher.
Yeah, shout out. Enjoy your UTI, sir. Oh, also, burners is a phrase for Bernese mountain dogs, what I just learned because I live with one of those now,
you
too.
live with Sweetie.
Yeah, he's big. He's just a big dumb bear.
It must be nice to live with a nice dog after living with a mean one.
Honestly, yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Although, I mean, I love Jackson with my whole heart.
Yeah, I know.
With my whole heart. He is.
So you actually know the dog that's in the logo.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
So in case you don't know, the logo. So Skelly is obviously the skeleton. The skeleton. That's the
beef skeleton.
The beef skeleton. God, I wish there was enough beef in the world. I'm so hungry all the time. Anyway, so the dog in the photo, in the logo, is Michael Jackson, Heart Attack Jr.
Yes.
You want to tell the people about the story?
Yeah. So I adopted Jack from the Santa Ana Animal Shelter with the lead singer of Real Big Fish on the day that Michael Jackson died. I found out at the shelter as the news broke because everyone's phones, and this is June 25th, 2009. And this is right when phone alerts are just beginning. So this is one of the first times that everyone's phones just started beeping at once.
Yes.
So for about 3 seconds, it felt like a terrorist attack was happening. And that is the stage with which I met
Yes.
young Jackson.
And you know what? It's his vibe.
This is fully his vibe. Fully his vibe. I was like, well, I must name you after this moment, I guess.
Yes.
His adoption paperwork has mascara marks on it because the woman filling it out was sobbing and weeping, and because she loved Michael Jackson so much, she was crying over it.
I wish I loved something like I didn't know that well that much.
Yeah, I don't care
You know what I mean?
about anything that much. When Jim Carrey dies, I will probably like be sad, but I don't think I will openly weep.
Yeah.
And like he was like my hero as a child, but
Yeah.
I don't think I will feel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
I can't
favorite
imagine.
phenomenon is the celebrity death where they're like, this celebrity was 2,084 years old.
Yeah.
And then everybody's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Gone too soon. And it's like,
Yeah.
let Betty White rest.
Yes, she was done.
Let Betty White rest. Give
Yeah.
her a moment.
She lived her life and she had a great life.
Honestly, I mean, with all the drama that poor Michael Jackson had put himself and everyone around him through, he probably needed a rest too.
He was done. Do you know I had the only time I've ever had jury duty where I've been called down to court to like I didn't get picked.
You are a nightmare juror.
Well, I didn't get picked for it, but I had to go sit in the pen because they would never. They would.
Because I can just see here. This is my impression of Brandie Posey in a hotly contested jury trial. Listen, this jury's either going to be hung, or you're all going to see it my way,
Yeah.
and I will not change that position
Yeah.
ever.
I'll dig in so fucking
I
hard.
will die. You know what? Order me another Subway sandwich.
Yeah.
Someone get me a Diet Coke. We're going DC right now. I need an energy drink.
Mm-hmm.
I need an energy drink that's really a pre-workout, and I'm going to explain to you. Get me my where's my red string? Have the prosecution bring me some red string. You would have them charge for extra things.
O.J. Simpson would have died in prison.
Would have died in 1,000 times.
I mean, I cannot stress to you how dug in I would be on
So you can't, if you are part of the
feel so
LA
alive.
court system, just don't even send. I can be persuaded.
Yeah.
Do not send this. Although I did do like a focus group for
Mm-hmm.
like obviously a court case, and I was throwing all kinds of crazy shit on there. I was like, just so you know, you can rent that at the library.
Yeah.
And it made them so mad. I was like, there's there's free resources for that.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're even copywriting this copyright infringement case thing. This
Yeah.
is literally, this is dumb. And then convinced a lot of people, some other shit. It was very wild. It was a wild focus. Honestly, they hated everybody in my group.
That's the best.
We were also done first, and like definitively, we were like, no, blah blah blah. There was a guy in that group who clearly had a nasty divorce, which was very funny.
Oh, that's the best. I love it when like a focus group has like a real opinion, like a real
Opinionated guy, but it comes from a place where you're like, oh, who hurt you?
Yeah.
Are
What's
you
going on
okay?
here?
You're not okay. Anyway,
But I had jury duty when I didn't have jury duty, but I was like in the pen to get picked for jury when the Michael Jackson doctor trial was happening in the courthouse.
wow.
So I was like waiting upstairs as like the trial was being protested downstairs. But it was the same time as Occupy was happening. So there was Occupy protesters.
I'm bouncing around outside. This is
dude.
before I ever did stand up. I'm just bouncing around outside.
Amazing. So it was like Occupy, but then mixed with like you couldn't tell where they ended and the Michael Jackson protesters began. So there was this weird in between.
You couldn't
place.
tell by the smell.
It was like a weird, but there was a weird Venn diagram moment where it's like the gloves went from like sequined to like fingerless, but then it was like a weird moment in between where it was like a fingerless sequined glove. That is the middle where.
What
they
if
both
that was the
meet.
moment QAnon was born?
I mean, that
like
person,
that's
Yes.
what created QAnon.
That
it's
moment
just like
is
a bunch of
it.
people were like, you know what, pedophiles are bad. The government is bad.
That is where it comes from. That moment, and like honestly, I just remember walking around on my lunch break being like, I live in Los Angeles because
This is a very LA thing.
Well, also in the courthouse downtown, it's so funny because you walk around and like famous people get called for jury duty, and And they have made fake movie posters of famous people that have served jury duty. Like, I remember the one that was just like, Weird Al, no, it said Alfred Yankovic, because that's his legal name.
Weird Al be doing
Yeah,
jury
like,
duty?
Alfred Yankovic was a juror, and so can you. It's just like... And I was like, sell this poster. This
Did
is
I
so
tell you
weird.
what my Halloween costume's going to be this year?
No.
Sexy Weird Al.
Ooh, I like it.
I already
Yeah,
have. I have
that's
a
good.
Hawaiian
That's good.
print dress. I can just do Sexy Weird Al.
Yeah.
I'm already Sexy Weird Al.
Yeah, you are.
I can't wear. I love Hawaiian print.
Oh, I
And
love that.
now if I wear Hawaiian print to a show, somebody goes, "Oh, look, it's Weird Al." And I'm like, first off, he does not. He covers his gray, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm a Silver Fox, Sexy Weird Al.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Our
But
mutual friend Ian saw him on the trolley the other day.
on the trolley?
Yeah. Last trolley ride of the day.
You know what? I would be like, Mr. Yankovic, how many times you want to drive this trolley today? This is your mall now.
Yeah, what do
we're
you
gonna
wanna do?
run this thing all night. We're gonna this is a party. I'm gonna get drinks brought to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can get us fired in the coolest way possible.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Did he get a picture? He didn't tell me this.
No, he
This
didn't.
is a hot trolley goss.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Rude. I used to
He didn't get a photo because our mutual friend Ian has like strict rules about how to interact with celebrity, and he like would not get a photo. So he like
You're on a
wouldn't-
trolley
I know.
at the Americana.
This was at the Grove.
He was on the Grove trolley?
Yeah.
That's not even that's a 3-minute ride.
Yeah.
That's a double decker that literally goes to the end of a parking lot and back.
Yeah.
Like you've had longer trips to a 7-Eleven
Yeah, I
than
know.
the Grove trolley. I have a lot of trolley opinions because, ladies and gentlemen, I drove the trolley at the Americana because I thought it would be really funny. Pay attention for the next album because this is definitely going to be a big part of it.
Oh yeah, just a little preview of what's coming.
Yeah, I mean, see, I will not stop with that joke until I get a cease and desist. I will not.
No, absolutely.
I
As you
will
shouldn't.
not stop.
Yeah.
Fuck that place. It was so funny for a minute. And then it was like, oh, this is hard and hot.
Yeah.
And if I want to get heat stroke, I want to get it lifting weights in the gym and
Yeah,
counting my macros or doing karate. I don't want to get heat stroke driving a trolley for a bad person in a bad place for
Nice.
bad people.
Exactly.
But also, it's whimsical shit.
Exactly. Insert former opinions about billionaires here.
Yeah, exactly. We too have them, ladies and gentlemen.
exactly.
What I like about the trolley is it was very relaxing sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would turn off that blaring music for just a little bit and you would just hear the wind in your ears.
Just a moment where there was Frank Sinatra, and then for there to not be Frank Sinatra.
The absence of Frank Sinatra is like the most peaceful thing at that location.
God, I can imagine.
Because it is like on Tuesdays they have like kids club.
Yeah.
And so they can't run it. And they can't run the sound of the fountain. And so
Oh, because that'll just make them piss. Is that why?
no, actually, that's so funny. Just a bunch of people. We had turned the fan off. The children are peeing themselves.
They
No,
can't help it.
it's because they have usually like some Yo Gabba Gabba ass like musicians out there.
Oh, okay, got
Yeah,
it,
they
got
have the like hired musicians, and you can't really hear it
Oh,
unless you're like close. So if you get on the like, you're on the trolley, it's just like a nice ride
Yeah.
for just like 20 minutes. It's actually just nice to be
Yeah.
there because you're not getting like Michael Blue Blade to death.
Yeah.
Death by Blue Blade. Brr, like it's
That might be the name of the next album.
Death by Blue Blade is so stupid.
Murderpuss, followed by Death by Buble.
It's not even Sinatra. It's
No.
Bublé covering Sinatra.
Oof.
I
did it his way.
He did it his way, which sounds so much like Sinatra that it takes you a minute to realize it. There's like it's like those the karaoke versions of songs where you're like, that's not quite right.
Yeah.
It's so close though.
Yeah.
That's what Bublé sound covering anybody is.
Yeah, this man didn't tolerate Don Rickles. I can't hear it in his voice.
I don't hear systemic generational racism here.
Exactly.
I don't hear a tenuous relationship with the Rat Pack. I don't hear I don't hear the N-word about ready to fall out of his mouth at any second.
No.
Or 1,000 other slurs. Or just hitting a woman. You know what I mean?
No.
I don't hear the knuckle slap of a woman's face.
Yeah. No.
I don't hear.
In that case, I guess we prefer Bublé to find.
Okay, you know what? You're right.
We're making a case for Michael Bublé.
We made a case for Michael Bublé. I will say that the chokehold that Bublé has over women, moms, is so strong. It's almost Ed Sheeran-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes it nice to not have a mom.
I just love Ed Sheeran. He's so, look at him. He looks like a ferret.
Yeah.
It's a ferret man. Also, hire me. Why am I being mean to these people that make more money than me? I would be happy to play your party. Why am I doing this? It's the roast in me. It's hard.
It's hard to let it go. I get it.
It's hard.
But you've come, I mean, like, you've been doing comedy for what, like 10 years now at this point?
Yeah, it's going to be 10 years in October, at the end of October.
Oh, that's exciting.
I know.
Come on, double digits.
I know. I didn't think it happened so quickly. And it's a huge pivot, too. It's like the ups and downs have been, I have like this reverse career where like I had a club trajectory and like a pop in that direction, and then got really sick, and then got more and more indie and DIY as through necessity, and then found like minds there as well. Yeah, so it's been wild.
No, definitely. It's like you'd like made a name for yourself in like the roast battle world.
Yes.
And then I've had a lot of like women's health issues.
Yeah.
And I
swear to God, I was roasted into. They were like, "You're barren, you're this, you're that," and then my uterus was like, "You know what? I think that's actually pretty fair."
we like this. I guess. Yes, and. I guess we'll yes and
that
roast jokes.
That or roast battle comics are like the cancer sniffing dogs. I didn't have cancer, but they were they're like health issue sniffing dogs, where they're just like, "Oh, you look full of fibroids and whatnots.
You look like you will bleed for a year."
Yeah, you look like you're just bleeding all the time. Which I was.
To be fair, I'm glad you won that roast battle, because that's not a funny joke, and your jokes were better. But
thank you.
But an accurate joke, apparently.
Extremely accurate. There are happy singles in here. Give it up for yourselves, guys. Yeah. And give it up for the coupled people. How do you do it? Yeah. That guy said sure. That was weird. Ma'am, hit him with a frying pan when you get home. A heavy one. No, actually, don't do that, allegedly. Oh my God, I incited violence. Ah, okay. No. I had a weird moment dating this year. I don't know what happened to my bar, but I lost it, and I think it fell under Satan. Guys, I got fuckboyed by a Magic the Gathering player. What? Any of you double tap rock bottom before? Jesus. That was crazy. By the way, it sounds like some of you guys don't know what Magic the Gathering is. So what if you took World of Warcraft and put it on cards and made it absolutely no fun? Literally a game where you have to add quickly. Not for old ADHD Valenzuela over here. No. I knew we were going to break up because, like many of the white men I have dated, I knew he had a lot of allergies. He had a French bulldog amount of allergies. Like a bred into not being able to breathe amount of allergies. So he was allergic to the following things: garlic, onions, and commitment. Hella allergic to that one. But I was really concerned about the garlic and onions because, I'm a Mexican lady. If you went down on me right now, it tastes like pico de gallo. I could have killed him. That's what I'm saying. I had a roast joke one time against a fella named Josh Waldron, who has a man bun and a big personality and just a lot of confidence, a lot of LA comedian confidence. And I said, I was like, once I thought I was attracted. Or no, once I thought I got wet looking at Josh, but it turns out my period just started. So those are the kind of jokes I write. It was like, so I was like, I like to, maybe I cursed myself is what I did.
You are a powerful bruja.
That's true.
That makes sense. When you lived in this room, like there a lot of electrical things happened. A lot of like you'd be visited by. Are you seeing like
No.
Really?
I don't have any of that stuff. This house be on top of some sort of portal haunting situation, and so I would like have dreams of just like stuff walking by my room, checking me out, being like, "Hey, what's up?"
Wow.
Dutchman, no, nothing. It was almost kind of lonely there for a second because I was like, "Oh, I'm just like sleeping normal. I'm not having weird dreams. I'm not having dreams where I'm like seeing anything. I'm not like looking out into the hall at stuff." So. But yeah, there used to just be people cruising by, just like stuff cruising by this room all the time.
This room is haunted. There's a portal to we don't know where. I was thinking about the other day, and like, do you remember the maggots?
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So this is wow. If you want to hear,
this is like actually the craziest thing that I think has maybe ever happened, and like, I'm glad that you were here to know that it was real.
It was so weird because it made us. We're clean people. Yeah. I want to start this story by saying
deeply clean people.
We're clean people with a clean house.
Yeah,
nothing crazy. Like no, we're not gross.
No,
and there is a lot of weird bugs in LA now, especially mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are like the big problem in LA.
A betrayal.
Yes, a betrayal because from East Coast betrayal, Northern California betrayal. Yeah, it is like. People from the South betrayal. Yeah. It is the one redeemable quality about LA is that there's no mosquitoes, but now there are. And they only want to bite your feet, which is wild. But so we were in the kitchen. Yeah. And I looked down and I went, oh my God. Yeah. There was maggots. Hundreds. All over the floor. Yeah. Like a cursed, like a horror movie.
And we'd had a friend staying here that had been going through like a very intense bad thing.
Oh yeah, that was happening.
And he had like just left.
He had left that day.
He had left that day.
And it was
like maybe an hour or two after he left. And then the floor was just like covered in maggots out of nowhere.
I don't even if you're a witch, like a real witch.
Yeah.
You need to tell us what did your witch friend say? I remember this because I was like, you need to text her right now. What the fuck? I know. We cleaned up immediately. We bleached the floors. Bleached obviously. Everything. Yeah. What else did we do? We
bleached the trash can, bleached everything.
Kept
and then we what the fuck for hours.
And then also just
bleached out the fridge, bleached everything,
saged the house.
Yeah, everywhere food could have been. We just checked literally everything. Checked under that to see if they could have come in from something. Checked vents. Checked
because it was also not where there was no
like
the middle of the floor.
Yeah.
There was no location.
Yeah, there was no
that would have brought them to the yard. There was no milkshake to bring them to the yard.
No, there was just a uniform covering of them over the kitchen floor.
Yeah, like stars in the sky. Yeah. Is how it looked. It was real wild. That was a wild. Yeah. I forgot about that. That was a wild moment.
Yeah. That was like that's like one of the craziest things that's like ever happened to me.
My therapist is a little woo-woo, and she has said a couple of times, I'm just like a big energy conduit. Like people just like come to me or like we'll just be like, you've seen it happen. Yeah. Or people just like walk up to me and be like, blah, 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 blah. Like, and here's my life story and like all that stuff going on. So like I wonder if I was just like a little too sparky for the house, maybe.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah. That was wild. What other weird things happened while we were here? Oh, several times, this house used to have like one Google Home and one Alexa. Yeah. And several times they would just like, the room would be quiet. Yeah. And one would be like, remember the Bon Iver one? Did that end up on your album?
No. It didn't, but yeah.
There was a moment where I was quietly making coffee in the kitchen. Brandie's click-clacking away, doing work, being productive. And I hear the Google Home go, I'm sorry, did you ask to play Bon Iver? And then just a man committing suicide to an acoustic guitar started playing. And we were like, is the NSA agent okay? Are you okay, sir?
Yeah,
like,
exactly, sir.
Is this a cry for help? Are you fine?
Are you all right?
But you did not. I just laugh. And this is, again, your energy toward electronic devices that defy you is epic, because she was just like, shut the fuck up, nobody asked for your bullshit, and just started screaming at it. I don't trust you. And then it got him. I think the second time it just started playing gangster rap on us one time.
It did.
And then that's when you unplugged it and we never saw it again.
Yep. I was like, why are you talking? Why are you speaking to me? Why are you playing music to me? No one asked you for this.
No one asked you for this goddamn shit.
Why are you doing this?
Remember Yuffie? Do you still have Yuffie? Is he plugged in?
There's a new Yuffie.
New Yuffie?
Yeah, because I think
Newfie?
a Newfie.
A
There's a
Newfie?
A little Robovac. Jack was like, oh, you're talking about the electronics? What if I tip tap in here?
Yeah, what if I tip tap in here and go crazy? Yuffie is a knockoff Roomba.
Yeah.
Have you seen those videos of Roombas escaping?
No.
Oh man, your TikTok's gonna be good tonight.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I feel like I'm talking to your phone right
You
now.
listening, phone? Show me some good
There
stuff.
is like like people will be driving along and they'll just see a Roomba on the side of the road just motoring to nowhere.
Oh, I'm into this. See, this I'm
I
into.
love an escaped Roomba.
This is the kind of I like that, because it means a robot was like, help me, and that's the position they should always be in.
Especially our Yuffie, because the two of us are shedding pounds of hair.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
also cat and dog,
Yes.
and then also like just, you know, random things on the floor.
Yeah.
Cords. Yuffie, I don't think Yuffie kept the floor clean for like a month, and then just spent the entire time trying to hump its way up of chairs.
Yeah,
it was just like I don't know where to go. What happened was it went through dog shit and it was never the same afterwards, right?
No, he really wasn't. He really wasn't. Well,
To be fair, no one is.
No one is.
The first time you step in a jack turd is you're marked. You're changed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what happened is I just got another one on Amazon, and then I just put the old one in the box.
You know
and I sent
what?
it back in.
That is. I didn't even. Again, my cash register honesty is so strong that when I nunchucked the ceiling fan and broke. That's a sentence. By the way, Brady handles it like a champion, because when I did it, I was doing karate over Skype.
Yep.
And everybody in the class, we looked like a bunch of 5-year-olds that had just broken mom's face. Like, we all were like, oh my God. And they were like, you gotta go. And so like I get off the Zoom and then perfectly timed, Brady walks in 5 minutes later and I'm like, I need to break something to you.
Yeah.
I hit the ceiling fan with a nunchuck and I broke the light fixture, and you just laughed because it's the funniest way to cause house damage.
Yeah, whatever.
I like to think that I leave a house better than when I got it. At least I left it more funny.
Yeah.
But it was your boyfriend who was like, no, you just buy it off of Amazon and then say it came broken. I was like, I didn't even. I'm not even allowed to think like that. That's the best idea I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And then I did it like 3 times with all kinds of shit I broke.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares, Jeff Bezos? Who cares? Nobody likes you.
Just taking one back for the little guy a little bit.
Yeah. Nobody wants this.
Yeah.
Nobody. I mean, it is nice to get stuff delivered like immediately. That's pretty sick. But you know, nobody wants the earth to catch on fire either.
Yeah.
And also, nobody wants to all look the same.
Yeah.
We all want a little something different.
We're all doing our best here, man.
We're all doing our best in a world where maggots could show up and coat your floor at any time.
God damn, man. I hope that was crazy. Watch, they're out there. Just like,
We like the podcast. we bought the album.
We're back. All your album sales are in insects and parasites.
no.
Like, I don't care. Stream it.
Yeah, exactly. Please. If I had a maggot for every stream.
Oh God, I would have a January 6th. Hey, she's a comedian.
Damn, man. You guys hear that? That's a professional.
Professional comedian. Yeah.
The album is Murderpuss.
It's called Murderpuss, everybody. We're hungry now. We got to go. We could do this. You guys just listen to this is probably the most relaxed podcast I've done in forever. This was just us talking.
Yeah, no, seriously.
This is the essence of comedians doing a podcast. It's just turned to us having a weird conversation about stuff.
Yeah.
We started interviewing each other at different points.
Yeah, exactly.
But
it's great.
like,
it's what,
you know.
it's what the podcast is. It's great. I love this label because it's just people that I genuinely enjoy that I'm like, I love your comedy. I love you. And I'm happy I can
I love
help
you
in
too.
some way.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. And more to come. Like there's going to be
Absolutely.
more albums, unfortunately.
Fortunately.
For me. Fortunately. And it's going to be different. Not unfortunately. Why did I say unfortunately? Yeah. It's going to be more.
Yeah. There's more coming. There's all the time. This is just the beginning. It's a building block to more and more and more and more.
More success, more direct connection between you, the humans, and the comedian without the BS of the industry.
Absolutely. And speaking of direct connection, where can everybody find you?
You can find me at AnnaValenzuela.com, at Anna V is funny on all the social medias. There was an old podcast I did way back in the day called 12 Questions on the Unpops Network, another independent venture if you want to check them out. But we've just got AnnaValenzuela.com, Anna V is funny. Tell your friends to follow me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Send what's really funny? I have non-comic friends who send me clips of my friends stand up.
Oh, really?
All the time.
Aw.
And my favorite message to send my friends in stand up is, hey, my non-comedy friend sent you a clip.
Yeah.
So if you resonate with my clips, send them around. That really helps.
Yeah, it really does.
And of course, pre-sale that album on burnthis.com,
burnthisrecords.com. It is available right now that you're listening to this episode. It is available for pre-sale right now. It is available everywhere this Friday. For streaming, but buy it right now.
Buy it right now
on iTunes, on Amazon, on Bandcamp. Buy it and stream it.
Buy it
on Friday and forever after that.
Buy it.
But buy it, please. Come on, buy it.
You will have the best karma.
Yeah.
Your life will be so good.
Yeah.
If you buy it, you'll be helping a lady that was unhinged enough to start comedy at 32 years old.
Absolutely.
With zero entertainment experience.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So there's a special place. There's a special place in whatever afterlife you believe in.
Yes.
If you buy this album. Here's
the thing. Anna got rid of her fucking uterus, and which means you're never gonna have to go to a baby shower for this bitch.
You never will. This is my child.
Yes,
this is my child,
and that is a gift to you to never have to smell a Snickers bar in a diaper. Oh. So, a nightmare.
God, the worst game.
Yeah, the worst game.
So, all right, we got to start the podcast over as a baby shower right now.
Exactly. We're going to go eat food, actually, and then maybe we'll do that later. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.